We all know that Damian Lillard wants out of the Portland Trail Blazers and that he wants to get traded to the Miami Heat, but you may not know just how far Dame may be willing to go to get his preferred destination. Welcome everybody to The Board. This is the NBA content division of the Hammer Betting Network. Drop a like if you find yourself enjoying and subscribe for more content just like this. Damian Lillard has made his thoughts known about where he wants to be next season. We know that he already requested a trade away from the Portland Trail Blazers. He may have waited a little bit too long, which cost the Portland Trail Blazers a massive Jeremy Grant contract, but Damian Lillard, regardless, wants out, and he is looking to find a new destination to go and chase a championship because it very much seems as though for the player who is now well into his 30s, it very much seems as though that is not going to be Portland anytime soon. And last week we spoke about Damian Lillard and his possible trade destinations, the teams that could trade for the player, the teams that want the player. If they want him, can they get him? If the teams can trade for them, does that team want to go and get Damian Lillard? But one team for sure who wants Damian Lillard, and it's a mutual relationship here. Dame wants to be there, the team wants to trade for him, and that is the Miami Heat. They've left some cap space open here. We're very inactive in the free agent market. Lost two key players, two guys that were starting NBA Finals games in Gabe Vincent and Max Strus. So they are definitely all in on getting Damian Lillard. But the problem is they may not have the best offer. Now, the reality is Dame wants to go to Miami. They want him. So if there was a proper trade here that could go down for Miami, it likely already would have been made at this point. But the thing is, Miami just can't offer a lot. They only have two tradable first-round picks. They can open up a third one. They can take off protections on one, but that would be a little bit troublesome. So as of right now, two first-round picks that they can trade. They could, in a little bit less than a month now, trade Jaime Jaquez, who they just drafted in the first round, but they drafted him to help immediately. That's not like a future prospect that Portland are going to be ultimately extremely interested in. And the centerpiece as far as the players go will have to be Tyler Hero and pair him with salary filler, be it Kyle Lowry, be it Duncan Robinson. Now, Portland, the thing about this team is that where they don't need help is in the guard department. Young players. Scoot Henderson is there. Shaedon Sharpe is there. Anthony Simons is there. There's no point of them going out and getting guards, and they feel like Tyler Hero's making too much money. So Portland are not interested in the trade. If they were interested in the trade with the Miami Heat, as I said, this one would already be done. But the problem goes even further than this because Miami don't have a trade that I think Portland should take, but Damian Lillard is trying to force his way to get to Miami. And he's going so far that, according to report here, if Damian Lillard lands with a team other than the Miami Heat, he won't report to training camp. And we'll go off a quote here. He just wouldn't go. A person familiar with Lillard's thinking told Sportsnot he just wouldn't report. I don't think the other team would trade for him knowing that he doesn't want to be there. The person familiar with Lillard's thinking told Sportsnot he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, so they should respect his wishes. So Damian Lillard wants to go to Miami. If the other teams who can give the better offers, like the Brooklyn Nets, like maybe the New York Knicks, if they were to trade for Damian Lillard, well, he just wouldn't show up to training camp. He just wouldn't show up to work because he wants to go to Miami. Let me tell you why this is such a big problem. I'm all for player empowerment. I'm all for, players having some sort of control of where they want to go, but only to a certain degree. Now, people are saying, well, Damian Lillard's a Hall of Famer. He's given so much to the city of Portland. They should respect his wishes and trade him to the Miami Heat. Well, I think that should go a little bit of both ways because, sure, Portland should show a little bit of respect to Dame. They should find a spot that would satisfy Dame's needs of wanting to be on a contender. Like if the San Antonio Spurs were going to chase Damian Lillard's signing, going to chase a trade for him, yeah, okay, I can understand Portland backing off of that one because that's not a contending spot that Damian Lillard is really want to go play for in this day and age. Damian Lillard, I think, is 33 years old at this point. So I can understand that. But again, only to a certain degree, they show that respect to Damian Lillard. Well, consequently, Damian Lillard should be showing some respect to Portland as well, because if he cares so much about the city, which he said so many times, if he doesn't want to run away from the grind, which he's also said so many times, shouldn't he want to make sure Portland is taken care of in this deal and getting a good return, not just giving him away for the sake of, hey, I want to go here. You have to trade me here. I played so much. You got to show me some respect. Like, the reality is for Damian Lillard, he waived his right to choose his destination when he signed that super max extension with the Portland Trail Blazers. The cost of signing that super max and staying with the same team is you waive the right to choose for a number of years. Now, the super max is great because it keeps players on the teams that draft them or the same teams for a longer period of time. There's a higher incentive not to go somewhere else. But that higher incentive not to go somewhere else waives your right to choose your destination. And the price, well, you make a lot of money in the process. Damian Lillard, and this is why it's difficult to trade for this contract, in his 33-year-old season, which is coming up, he's going to be making over $45 million. And by the time he's 36, 4 seasons from now, in the 2026-2027 season, Damian Lillard will be making, on a player option, which I imagine he'll take, $63 million. So when you sign that massive contract extension, you get the additional payday. You waive your right to choose. And as far as I'm concerned with the way Damian Lillard is the one who asked for the trade, it was a mutual thing that it's better for Portland, it's better for Dame if they part. I understand that. But Damian Lillard asked for the trade. The Portland Trail Blazers owe Damian Lillard absolutely nothing. He signed the contract. He signed, which means he waived the right to choose. He could have left in free agency, but he wanted to lock in his extension. He wanted to lock in on supermax money as well. And in doing so, he can no longer choose his next destination. He's trying to do it, but what are the options going to be for the Blazers? Because Miami, that offer just isn't good enough. What is it? Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Caleb Martin, 2 first-round picks. That's not enough for Dame. Now, the problem is this is an expensive contract. He's making $63 million when he's 36 years old. That's not going to be seen as an attractive contract to take on for this team. I understand that. But Damian Lillard, my goodness, he is worth 3 first-round picks, a good player, a solid player that Portland actually want, unlike Tyler Hero. Tyler's a fine player. Portland don't want him, nor do they need him, and I think he's a bit overpaid. Tyler Hero, so 3 first-round picks, a solid player Portland want, and salary filler. This just does not satisfy those needs. And if Portland are going to come back on that trade value, then they're probably also going to want you to take that Yusuf Nurkic contract, which, the team that has Bam Adebayo is not going to want to do. So what are the options here for Portland? What are the options here? That's the difficulty of this one. And it's so difficult that the odds are reflecting that Damian Lillard is likely going to end up with the Miami Heat. On DraftKings here, pulling up the odds screen. Next regular season minute played for to be for which NBA team? And it only applies to next season or else it voids. The Miami Heat are at minus 275. Now, what the wording here makes this one more difficult is that Portland are second on this list at plus 550. Now, I'd be inclined to think about that plus 550, but I don't think he's going to report to Portland. So even if Portland hold out, he may not actually play for them this season. I do think plus 550 on Portland is an interesting one, but it's tough with the way everything is being lined out here, being laid out as far as Damian Lillard forcing his way to Miami. By the way, you want to bet on any of these, make sure to hit that QR code in the bottom corner of the screen to sign up to the DraftKings Sportsbook. That's our affiliate code there. You could also use the link in the description, betstamp.app/theboard, to sign up to DraftKings and take advantage of one of these bets that you may have seen or heard me say if you're listening in audio form over here. Doesn't cost you anything extra, but does support the channel. So what are Portland's options here? Well, if I'm Portland, I've got him locked into this contract. Valuation for Miami isn't that great. Can you wait him out? Can you? Do you want this? How much is the trade valuation really going to drop if you don't trade him right away? If Dame wants to sit out an entire year, I'm petty. Now, I'm petty as hell, so this may not be coming from the right person, but I'm almost inclined to say, fine, you don't want to play? Don't play. We'll wait you out. Miami's offer, sit him down, simply isn't good enough. The Brooklyn Nets last season with Kevin Durant, when they wanted to trade him, they weren't getting great offers. The best offer was from Toronto. It wasn't good enough for Kevin Durant. So they sat him down, Brooklyn, and said, hey, man, we want to trade you. We want to work on something. But the reality is, we're not getting the valuation that we need or expect in order to trade you. Kevin Durant respected that, and in the middle of the season, they got the monster deal from the Pheonix Suns. Kevin Durant got traded. But until then, Kevin Durant was bought in on Brooklyn, was bought in on that team, right? Damian Lillard, well, Brooklyn were in a better spot than Portland are right now, but Damian Lillard, I get he wants to go to Miami. I get, he's been loyal this entire time, but there are other contenders out there, and if Portland should respect his wishes for a trade, Dame should respect the fact that they need to get something in return. So the best or even a suitable offer is not even coming from Miami. But there are other suitable offers out there that could also land him on a contender. When you sign that Supermax, hey man, you waive your right to choose because you get that additional pay. The cost of no longer having the choice, or the prize of no longer having a choice to choose, is that massive contract which Damian Lillard signed. Portland, look, they can show him a little bit of respect and get him on a contender at least, but if the right offer comes in, Portland do not owe Damian Lillard a goddamn thing. What do you guys make of this whole thing? Let me know in the comments, or you can hit us up on Twitter at TheBoardHQ. Let us know if you think Damian Lillard is right or in the wrong here, and if Portland should send him to his preferred destination, even if it means taking a worse deal. Drop a like or rate and review 5 stars if you did enjoy today, and for more content just like it, follow wherever you get your podcast, or you can subscribe on our YouTube channel. We'll see you again very soon for another video.